Most of us learned about planets in school. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. We all remember the list. But here's a simple question. What exactly is a planet? Is anything that looks round a planet? Or is it something that orbits the sun? Or is there a deeper scientific rule behind it? The truth is, not everything you think is a planet actually qualifies as one. In fact, the definition of a planet is much more complex than it seems. Today, we're going to break down the real definition of a planet using facts from NASA. And by the end of this video, you'll have a completely new understanding of what a planet really is. The word planet comes from an ancient Greek term that means wanderer. Thousands of years ago, early astronomers noticed that some objects in the night sky moved differently from the fixed stars. These moving lights were called wanderers, and that's where the term planet originated. But as science advanced, telescopes improved, and our understanding of space grew. Scientists realized that this simple idea wasn't enough. There are countless objects in space that move, orbit, and exist in different forms. So a more precise and scientific definition became necessary. In 2006, the International Astronomical Union officially created a definition of what a planet is. This definition is now accepted worldwide and is used by scientists to classify objects in our solar system. According to this definition, an object must meet three important conditions to be called a planet. First, it must orbit the sun. This is the most basic requirement. A planet cannot just float randomly in space. It has to move in a clear path around our star. Second, it must be large enough for its own gravity to pull it into a nearly round shape. In simple terms, it must have enough mass to become a sphere. Smaller objects like asteroids usually have irregular shapes because their gravity isn't strong enough. Third, and most importantly, it must have cleared its orbit. This is where things get interesting. Clearing its orbit means that the object must be dominant in its path around the sun. It should have either absorbed, pushed away, or controlled other smaller objects nearby. These three conditions together decide whether something is truly a planet or not. Now here's where things get really fascinating. This third rule is exactly why Pluto is no longer considered a planet. For many years, Pluto was taught as the ninth planet. It orbits the sun, and it is round in shape. So it satisfies the first two conditions, but it fails the third one. Pluto shares its orbital region with many other objects in an area called the Kuiper Belt. It does not dominate that space. Because of this, scientists reclassified Pluto as a dwarf planet. This decision shocked millions of people around the world. Many grew up learning that Pluto was a planet, but scientifically, the decision made sense based on the official definition. As of today, our solar system officially has 8 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. All of these meet the 3 conditions required to be classified as planets. Other objects like Pluto, Ceres, and Eris are classified as dwarf planets. These objects are still fascinating, but they don't meet all the criteria. Scientists continue to discover new objects, especially in distant regions like the Kuiper Belt. This region is filled with icy bodies and mysterious objects that we are still studying. This means our understanding of planets is still evolving as we explore more of space. It becomes even more interesting when we look beyond our solar system. There are thousands of planets orbiting other stars. These are known as exoplanets. Some of these planets are completely different from anything we've seen. There are gas giants larger than Jupiter, rocky worlds bigger than Earth, and even planets that orbit 2 stars at once. Scientists are still debating whether the same definition of a planet should apply to all of them. Because the universe is so vast, there could be billions of planets out there, each with its own unique characteristics. So even though the word planet sounds simple, the science behind it is much deeper and more complex than most people realize. The next time you look up at the night sky, remember this. Not everything you see is just a random object floating in space. There are strict rules, definitions, and classifications that help us understand the universe better. Every discovery we make brings us one step closer to understanding where we are in this vast cosmos and what might exist beyond our world. If you found this video interesting, take a moment to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments. Which fact surprised you the most? If you want more content like this, make sure to follow the channel and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. The universe is not just bigger than we imagine. It is bigger than we can imagine.